Okay, this is part 5, finally, of our 5-part series on what makes a quality hot tub. Guys, this was a lot of work, so first of all, you're welcome. Now let's talk about insulation. One of the most common things you'll hear from salespeople when you're out hot tub shopping is that full foam insulation systems will make repairing a hot tub an absolute nightmare. This is one of the most frustrating things I hear about because it does have a grain of truth to it, but it's really disingenuous. The real truth is a hot tub insulated with good quality open cell foam insulation is actually easier to repair than something with perimeter insulation. The key feature of quality open cell foam is that it never hardens. So, for example, if a service technician has to find a leak, then all he or she has to do is trace the wet foam. That will lead them directly to the source of the leak. Then they can repair the leak, remove the wet foam, and re-foam it. Closed cell foam, on the other hand, does make repairs a nightmare simply because closed cell foam will harden in a very short period of time. And that not only makes removing the foam really hard, but it also makes tracing leaks almost impossible because water may leak from one area of the tub and run through the little gaps in the foam until it drips from the bottom of the foam. And the distance between where it's actually leaking and where the drip is can often be measured in feet. That is the grain of truth that salespeople use against full foam in general, but with open cell foam, it simply doesn't apply. A while back, we did a video with a guy who refurbishes hot tubs about the two types of foam you can find, and I'll link that video below. One of the reasons some manufacturers use closed cell foam is specifically because it hardens so much. So they coat the back of the shell with it, and that provides a little extra rigidity for an ultimately weak shell. Okay, so if we have to be careful about what type of foam is used for insulation in hot tubs, why not avoid full foam systems completely, right? The short answer is that full foam is not only more efficient, but it also does a far better job of protecting the equipment in a hot tub. Other types of insulation work by trapping the heat inside the skirting of the hot tub, and that means that the electronic and mechanical components of the hot tub are also trapped inside that high heat environment. Listen, you'll even hear salespeople talk about reclaiming heat from the pumps to help with heating the hot tub. But think about that for a second. Any motor, such as the motor in your hot tub pumps, will generate heat. But in order to keep those motors healthy, that heat has to be dissipated away from the motor. In the case of a perimeter insulation system, the motors are purposely kept inside the heat envelope to assist with heating. But that means the motors can't properly cool. And the pump motors in a hot tub are simply not designed to run in an environment that hot. The vast majority of hot tub pumps are designed to run in an environment where the ambient temperature is no more than 40 degrees Celsius, or in some cases 50 degrees if the manufacturer invests in more robust motors. Now, 40 degrees Celsius is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Sound familiar? Yeah, because that's the temperature of most hot tubs. So in a hot tub with a perimeter insulation system, the pump motors are running in an environment that is at the maximum they are rated for or close to it. Running any motor in this way is going to significantly shorten the life of that motor. Now, there are indeed perimeter insulation systems, especially the laser cut systems, that fit together really well, and they can come close to the R value of a full foam system. But the other side of that coin is that the better the insulation system is, the more heat that's going to be trapped inside the skirt, and the more heat inside the skirt is going to mean an even hotter environment. And as a result, the more it's going to shorten the life of the equipment. In a well-done foam system, the foam is sprayed onto the back of the shell and around the plumbing, and on the sides of the tub where there's no equipment, the cavity is filled completely. However, on the side of the tub where the equipment is located, after the foam is sprayed, there's a reflective blanket placed over it to isolate the equipment from the heat of the hot tub. In addition, that side of the hot tub is vented to allow that section to cool. That means lower ambient temperatures, and that means longer lasting equipment. So when you're out looking for a hot tub, once again, get the salesperson to pull a side off the hot tub and check the insulation system. If you see a perimeter system, if you see reflective mylar blankets with no foam, or if you do see foam and you feel that foam and it's hard, then it's time to look at something else. I'm Bill. This is Hot Tub University. Have a great day.